Why am I making this video? Why have I got this stupid Land Rover? Basically, there's an election campaign. If I want people to vote for what I represent, then I hate self-promotion. But this thing here, people here, not politics there, does kind of sum up what I've tried to do since I've been the MP, which is to look after people here with their problems and their issues, and then in Parliament try to protect them from, serious threats such as, stupid wars. People ask me what it is I like about Gravesend and Northfleet and the villages, and I suppose I'd have to answer, it's the people who live here. Ah, Jackie, I don't think you're a Tory voter, are you?
No, I'm not.
But I think you probably do vote for me. Why?
Well, I would vote for you, Adam, because I like your principles and I like your character, and you're a very good, generous man and MP, and you're a loyal person. But I'm not a Tory voter.
I know you're not. Who's the dog?
That's Dolly, and she hasn't got a vote.
I'm friends with most people on the Labour Council, but the reality is that right here we've got the so-called charter, which has been a disaster. Turn the camera around. This has literally been stopped halfway through because they've gone bust. We've got litter everywhere. We've got disorder, and the people, political opponents, are trying to blame the government for that. I'm really sorry, and I don't do yaboo politics usually, but the reality is I'm not in charge of the litter. The Labour Council is. Litter picking. This is a metaphor for what we're going to see, a lack of understanding for basic economics and just bad administration, where public services end up being run for the benefit of the people working in them, not for the benefit of the people who pay for them and use them. Leaving aside the party, why would you vote for me? Because you've known me for, 15 years?
Because you speak my language. You can't trust the Labour Party. They U-turn on everything. He changes his mind with the weather.
Honestly, guys, can I just say, we didn't set this up. You people are the ones who elect me. I have to earn that. And in order to do that, I've got to be loyal to you. I've got to put your interests first. So yeah, I've got myself in trouble in Parliament for rebelling against the party line. But the truth is, I'd rather rebel against the party line than rebel against the people here who I represent and who it's my duty to serve. Gravesend, this area has been massively helped, for example, by the 12, 13, 14,000 Sikh people we've got here. But what we've seen with successive governments is massive immigration, which has had a serious effect on housing, on hospitals, on GP surgeries. They were going to close the urgent treatment centre here, and we managed to get 14,000 people, I think it was, to respond to the consultation. So now we've got a kind of mini A&E still here in Gravesend town.
They refused to give her the house after they offered it to us. Contact you and you got her house.
Yeah, but you did help me.
Thank you. We've got Putin, who basically runs a mafia state with nuclear weapons. He's the head of the mafia. And they're making war on a European country. And if we do not spend on defence and intelligence services, then these people will go quite unchecked. So the number one duty of any government should be to protect its people. And we've got to spend more on defence. We cannot risk having a government that doesn't take this seriously. Criticise this government, the Conservative government, all you like, but they understood what was going on with Ukraine.
We both worked in Gravesend all our life.
What are you thinking about the election coming up?
I think the wonderful thing that's been told is that us pensioners aren't going to be taxed.
That's correct. They've doubled down on the triple lock. The reason for another crossing in the Thames is because over there at Dartford there are massive traffic jams because the two tunnels aren't fit for purpose. So what they should have done is build a bridge there, not a white elephant tunnel down there. The reality is the people who are going to suffer because of this massive waste of public money are actually, of course, people here, but mostly people in Dartford who are going to have traffic jams for another 30 years. I tried to get the council to agree that you could have dual registration, Uber and this, but it's not fair because you're paying, what, 300 quid a year, and Uber are coming and undercutting you.
You have to have 2 cars, which is too expensive.
It's crazy. So I just really don't understand why Reform are standing against people like me. And I just say to people here who are thinking of voting Reform, what you're doing is you're going to get Labour and you're going to lose me. If that's what you want, vote Reform, but do think about it hard before you do. My fear, and I can see why people are pissed off with the Tories, but my fear is a Labour government which will, public spending, taxes, both of those can only go up. And I fear that we're going to have full-on woke. So, I think it's a worrying time for the country, but you guys will decide that.